And they're off.
Welcome everyone to In the Vapor, a new show here on the Zamplebox Community YouTube channel, a show about individuals in our community and industry. We will also be doing unboxings and some hardware reviews as well on the channel. But the goal of this show is to show the world that we come from all different walks of life and how deeply involved we are in the day-to-day activities in our communities. And joining me as my first guest on episode 1, he is the partner at the Vapors Depot. He is also the vice president and board of directors of Florida Smoke Free Association, and our good friend, Mr. Nick Orlando. Nick, I hope you're ready for 30 minutes of hard-hitting journalism. I can't even say that without laughing.
Go easy on me.
Yeah, but we're gonna have fun today, and we're gonna get to know you a little bit better as a family man and advocate for the industry. Also, everybody out there, I will have links to everything Nick is involved with in the chat, so look for those. So let's not waste any time and say hello to my good friend, Mr. Nick Orlando.
Hello, everybody. Thanks, John. Look, man, I appreciate you. Number one, for doing the show. Number two, for having me be your first guest, man.
Numero uno.
That makes my heart smile.
Yeah, man. I when I was putting this show together in my head, and I started having all these names flash through my head, but yours just kept coming up first. I said, he's got a great personality. He's got a lot of shit going on. He works hard. He works hard for his family. He works hard for this industry. I said, you're the perfect guy to start the first episode of this show.
Well, thank you, man. Thank you for your kind words. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. And I love the fact that, you're always around when things are going on, with different shows. I'm just like, Nick's always there, whether it's the sports show, Nick's there. If it's the BS show, Nick's there. If it's the Wednesday Night Low, Nick's there. And to me, that's someone that has a lot of interest in other things around him. And that's what I like. It could be about sports. It could be about whatever, how crazy we get on the BS show. It gets pretty crazy on there. And you always have something to bring to that show as well. So I like that. I like people that have interests on everything around the world. So not just vaping,
Right. Sometimes it's not that way. Sometimes it's vaping nonstop 24/7.
Yeah.
It's always in the back of my mind, but because that's, I'm passionate about it. Right.
That's right. We're both very passionate about trying to save this industry. And the great thing is for good reason, because, we are both prime examples of two individuals that this product has worked for. I'm going on 10 years. I don't know how many years you're going on.
08. So what's that, 13?
Yeah. So we know it works. We're perfect. My skin is better. How's your skin, Nick? How's your skin?
Good, except my hair.
Yeah, well,
I got more skin than I have hair now.
Yeah, careful.
That's part of the industry as well, right?
Yeah, careful, because the ain'ts will associate vapor to hair loss next.
Yeah.
It is, you're already going through erectile dysfunction, popcorn lung. We start talking about our hair, they might jump on that bandwagon next.
That's all we need, right?
Shannon is out there. Who else is? Willie's out there.
Hey, Shannon. Willie,
Stu is out there. Facebook user. I'm going to have to open up the Facebook page there so I can see who that is. Anyone that is on the Facebook side, please hit that link and join and allow StreamYard to access your name. Otherwise you'll look like this and we won't know who you are. So it's a real quick process to jump in there and do that. But let me jump in there and I can tell you who that's. Jamie. Yes. And Luke, Jamie and Luke, yeah, you guys there. Luke did it. Yeah. Luke's in there. So like I was thinking, I was like, okay, I need to do something. I want to do something. I was one of the first to Instagram to do Faces of Vaping. And when I started doing that, you know, it took off. Kasal grabbed onto it, and a couple other people grabbed onto it. But I started that first on Instagram. I thought it would be very cool if everybody just took a picture of themselves and told their stories, because then we can see that we're not 20 years old. We're not 30s. We're 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, you know, and it took off. So, and I wanted to add a little more to it and do something like this where you come on and talk about your life, you know, you know, your family, your businesses, what you're involved in, and let people see that there's, you know, we're involved in everything in our communities. We're not just, you know, vapors, business owners of companies. So that's the whole goal of the show. So I hope everybody out there enjoys it, because I have some fun questions for Nick. And
Man, hopefully I don't let you down.
no, you have never let me down, Nick. So you have never, other than that, you are a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. That's the only
That make you happy.
Yeah,
Right now.
well, now I'm happy about
This
that.
year.
I am happy about that. So, guys, we're going to go ahead and jump into questions for Nick. If you guys have any questions for Nick, please put them in the comments as well, and just write in question, and then we'll know that that is a question you have for Nick. And we're going to start with the first one. We know a lot about you from being on the Wednesday Night Live show, but tell us a little bit about Nick Orlando, the family man.
Wow, family's growing. Right now, I have one young man. He's a young man. He's a young adult. Just bought his first home. Has a beautiful little girl. Has a great fiance, and I'm happy about that. She's 4, my grandbaby. My daughter, and my son works for me, and
Yeah.
his girl's going to school. My daughter works in a pharmacy, and she has a fiance as well, and she has a daughter.
Nice.
Her daughter's 5. Both great grandbabies, and obviously my wife of 33 years. So
Yeah.
I have no complaints on the family side.
Are you no? Are you
Poppy.
Papa? You went with Papa, huh? You didn't go
Poppy.
with the
Poppy.
Poppy.
They started it, so I stuck with it. So
Yeah, you stuck with it. Yeah, yep. I tried to get them not to call me no, but it was just
can't help it.
No, you got to go with whatever, you know. When with my boys, they couldn't, they didn't know what to call their grandfather on my ex-wife's side, and by coincidence, they started saying Opa, which is German for
German.
Yeah, which he is German. So it was just a coincidence that the kids started calling him Opa, and he's like, "Yeah, that's perfect. I'll take that." And I was like, "Okay, here we go. We already got one." Bill's throwing out you,
Bill Tarley,
which is sexier, Phil or Dimitri.
How about Felitrius?
Merge them. We got to merge them together.
Felitrius.
Oh, I don't know. A Greek and Italian merged together. What do you get? Oh, I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't want to do that to him. When Nick Orlando isn't fighting for the industry, what is Nick doing for fun?
Oh man, fun. Usually spending time with the grandbabies or the kids.
Yeah.
There's usually a list on top of the honeydew list, but for fun, I'll usually go to the shooting range and practice because of my other business. But which I'm sure you'll have a question about that. But I enjoy playing golf, fishing, all those kind of things. The Florida things, you know.
The Florida things. The Florida. I like that. Boating, fishing, golfing, shooting, people watching on the beach. Yeah. I've been to Florida, but it was a long time ago when I was a little kid. And then for a company I worked for here in California, I had to get a container, an older gas tank container, driven into Florida. So I didn't get to spend any time. I thought I was going to drive into Florida, drop trailer and truck off. And I thought I was going to get to hang out and have some fun, and but they had a plane ticket ready for me to go back. That I had 2 hours to drop the truck off, get to the airport, and leave. And I was like,
back out.
Yeah, I would have.
We're afraid you might stay. Like right now, a lot of people are. They come in here and they just buy a house.
They just buy a house. Yeah. Well,
stay here.
Yeah, I'm sure as anywhere else, the homes have not gotten any cheaper in
Yeah.
Florida. Well, you got Phil living there now. You live in there now. Dimitri probably eventually will end up living there as well. I think Mike Vapes is going that way. Paul is flying over there.
Right.
We should just buy a street. Just buy a street and just have all you guys.
Beach Street, USA.
Yeah, that would be great. Everybody would just, we wouldn't have a hard time finding you guys. You guys would just be on the same
We
street.
do a whole community like celebration at Disney. We'll just
Yeah,
do that whole
yeah.
thing.
Who, if you had all of you guys together, who would be the mayor of that city?
Oh wow, that would be tough.
I don't know.
I don't know who I'd vote for.
I don't know who I would vote for either, man. I maybe Phil just to be safe.
Yeah, Phil's kind of Phil would be good.
He's the people person. Phil's the people person.
He actually is a little shy, but
Is he?
yeah, but he's got a good head on his shoulders. So,
Yeah.
I mean, he's sharp.
Yeah, I can, I am that way too. I think I'm a little looser here when I'm on the camera, but I think when I'm like in person with people at the vape shows and stuff like that, I get a little shy. And for many years, I was just me behind the camera,
Right.
I would just go to the shows. I would do my thing. Like the first show I went to, that's what I did. I didn't talk to anybody, didn't do anything. I just went there. I did my stuff. I took my pictures. I took pictures of the booths, the products. Hey, there's Tommy. Tommy H. We found Tom, Nick. We found Tom. Tom is
Where?
back.
Oh,
I don't
there he
know.
is. Tom's back.
Tom is back. Yeah. So I didn't talk to any, and I really lost the ability to have that interaction that first time that I think would have been a really awesome. The second time I went, it was great because Tony was there from Zamplebox. He invited me to come down there, took pictures, I had fun, to meet him. And when you're walking with Tony from Zamplebox and you're at a vape show and every e-liquid manufacturer that's out there wants to be in Zamplebox, everybody wants to talk to Tony.
Yeah,
So I got to meet everybody just from that experience. And I thought it was a lot of fun.
I was very shy before I became, got into law enforcement.
Yeah.
I was scared to death. But I think that put the fire to get out and talk. I'm still a little shy at times.
Yeah.
But, I guess I covered up good. But yeah, I'm pretty shy.
Yeah. I could, I don't know. It's that Italian thing in us. It doesn't take me long, but once I get to know somebody, even in that interaction and face to face, if it clicks, it clicks.
Yeah.
We're getting drunk.
It's getting a little better as I move through this thing called life.
Yeah. What milk carton company? Oh, Tom, no, we won't. I won't post that picture. I'll wait for the Wednesday night live show to post a picture of you on the milk carton, Tom. we were looking for you. What I love about you, Nick, is your quick wit and sense of humor. So I'm going to put you on the spot, guys. Everybody get ready for this. It's going to be a stand-up by Nick Orlando. Give me your best joke, Nick.
Oh,
your best joke.
I'm good at jokes.
Give me your best joke.
Okay. And I tried to get you to take that part out.
No, I told you. You can't give me
all right. The flood. There's a big flood, and the guy's on his roof, and his whole community had moved on, passed on because of the flood took them away. And he's on his roof and he's praying to God, oh, send me help. I need help. Help me out, help me out. So this guy in a jet ski pulls up and he says, hey man, jump on, I'll save you. The guy's like, no, I got my faith in the Lord. I'm not going anywhere. So the guy takes off. He goes, okay. So the next guy comes up. He's in a boat, one of those bass boats. And he's like, hey man, jump in, we can save you. And he goes, no, my faith is in the Lord. I'm not going anywhere. So next thing, a helicopter's flying over his head, one of those Coast Guards. And they drop him the line. They're like, man, get in the helicopter, get in the cage. And he's like, no, my faith's in the Lord. I'm not going anywhere. Well, eventually the flood comes up so high, it takes his life. He dies. He gets up to heaven's gates, gets to talk to God. And he goes, hey, I put my faith in you. I'm a good man. I put my faith in you and I still died. He said, I sent you 3 things to help you out. And you didn't do them.
I love that joke. I love that joke. I've heard that a couple times, and every time I hear that one, it makes me laugh.
The reason why I like that one, it's because it's life application, right?
Yep.
It's funny, but it's still life application. You
Yep.
ask for help, you get help. You just got to be able to see it, right?
See it. That's
So,
it. What do we got? Bill, you got something you want to throw out there? What do you
oh
got here?
man, Bill's got questions. Let's see.
First
Bill,
made
Bill
e-bike.
intimidates me, first of all.
Yeah.
That guy is sharp.
Yeah, we're going to get into that question, Bill, here in a second. That's part of one of my questions. We'll have Nick jump into that one. One thing I think a lot of people don't know about you is your involvement in a great company there in Florida, which is called Infinity Protection. This is a company that you own there in Florida. Can you share what your inspiration was for starting this company, Nick?
Well, a couple of things. Number one, my background,
Yeah.
27 years involved in law enforcement industry type of thing. But, current landscape of our country, seeing more and more people getting involved with purchasing firearms and the interaction with my customers at the stores, I hear, hey, I bought a gun, blah, blah, blah. Those things are dangerous, right? They can fatally hurt people.
That's right.
So as I'm talking to our customers and we're talking through some things, I'm like, hey, did you get certified? How's your training? Where do you keep it? Do you lock it up? And it seems like people don't really do those things.
Yeah.
So it inspired me to get involved and go back for refresher training and become involved for mostly safety, right? A lot of people running around with these things, whether they're AR-15s or shotguns or handguns, but they don't know how to use them, when to use them, legal use of force, and how to use the firearm that they purchased. Is it something they can actually shoot
Yeah.
and actually use, or is it going to be turned on them? And my prior law enforcement, it's a lot of times, and I don't really have a percentage, but I'll say a lot of times in either a home invasion or a personal defense situation, the firearms get taken away from the people carrying them and used against them. Right. And then the person just runs away with their firearm after they shoot somebody fatally or really harm them bad. So it kind of laid on me pretty heavy,
Yeah.
Wasn't something that I was out trying to do or seeking. And very good friend of mine does it over in Tampa, which is, approximately 30 minutes away.
Right.
And he's like, hey man, you should just do it because people over here are asking for it.
Yeah.
Because I was having him come over and do the classes. And he's like, why don't you just do it yourself? So now I'm in it and got a class this Saturday, and it's just another way to take up some time, I guess.
Yeah, I love the idea. I really truly love the idea. I remember taking a class when I was 12 before I could get my hunting license. And whether your family, this is my beliefs, not Zamplebox or Nick's, but my beliefs are whether you like guns or not, I think your kids should understand how these things work and why they're important to be locked up and put away and how to use properly. And going into that, hiding something like that from a child and then finding it and a child's need to, kind of finger around and try to figure out what something is. I think it's safer for the child to know what it is, how it works, how it's operated, why it's dangerous. And classes like what you got and home defense and stuff I think are really, really important.
Yeah. It's tough when you say, I don't have firearms, I don't believe in them, and my kids don't see them at my house.
Right.
They visit another person's house. They stay the night at a friend's house. Maybe that house has firearms, whether you know it or not, it could. So our youngest students are 5 years old, and I don't take them out to the range, but it's more like, this is a firearm, be careful, this is not for you, those kind of things. And I think that upbringing, and if the family chooses to take them out,
right,
a hunting trip or camping or whatever, and they want to shoot a 22 just to show them what it's like, that's up to them.
Yeah.
But my goal is the safety piece, because
right.
I already told you I have 2 young grandchildren, 1 4, 1 5. I don't want them running around with a firearm, but they may run across it. And when they do, I at least want them safe. I don't want them to touch it, right? Stay away from it. This is what it looks like. Stay away from it.
Right.
Period.
Right.
And if somebody has something that looks like that, get away from it. Those types of things I think are important. We shouldn't just shy kids away from it anymore. I mean, some parents are insane. They're like, I'm not going to buy my kid a toy gun. Great. But they need to know what it looks like in case another kid has one they think is a toy. It might not be a toy.
Right.
So, it's a different day and time when these things are more
septic. They're everywhere.
More accepting. They're out, and people. I mean, John, the people that haven't seen it by their front door, and it's dangerous, man.
That is, I've seen that. Hiding your gun under your pillow doesn't keep it hidden from your kids. It doesn't work that way.
People keep it under their pillow or in their nightstand. Yeah. Well, do you realize you're going to get up at 2, 3 in the morning and somebody's busting through your front door? I hope it never happens, but if it happens, you're going to pull that thing out in half sleep stupor. Yep. You're going to try to pull the trigger. If you do, you're going to hit your wall. What's behind the person you're trying to shoot?
Yep.
You better be ready for the loud noise to wake the entire house up, a big muzzle flash. It's not it's not what you see in the movies. This is those things are loud. They make a lot of fire, and you're going to be crapping your pants at 3 o'clock in the morning with your finger on the trigger.
That's right.
And I'm just being real. And you'll get one off.
Yeah.
But if you're going to get that second one off, where are you going to shoot? Are you going to shoot your neighbor? Because that thing, the right kind of ammo is important. You could go through that drywall or whatever and into the neighbor's house or your child's bedroom.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so in depth that you really need to think about those things. And we do home defense plans where we'll show up to someone's home, and if a family is really wanting to talk about a home defense plan, where to store the firearm, what would you do when you react? Let's go out to the range. Let's show you. Here's your safe spot for your family if something were to ever happen.
Right.
At least you're prepared. You have something in your head, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of people have these things next to their beds, and they've never thought through a situation.
Right.
You shoot somebody, you're going to jail, period. End of story. It's how long are you going to be in jail?
Yeah.
You're going to take your firearm. Yeah. It's going to cost you a minimum of $650 an hour for an attorney, $850 an hour for an expert witness, bail money. It doesn't matter. We have the cancel doctrine in Florida, but you're still probably going to jail.
Yeah. Yeah. You're still going to jail.
we got to hear about it. And then you got to depend on 12 people that you don't know from Adam as to why you killed this guy who walked into your house in the middle of the night because he thought it was his. He was too drunk, or he's mentally challenged, and he strolls into your house and you kill him. So, it becomes a situation, man. And all these things you got to think through, and it's just time for people to understand it.
Let me give Curtis the link to Curtis, I will give you the link to the YouTube channel. Use that one instead of the Facebook one, because the Facebook, unfortunately, Facebook, that group page is private, and that's the way Facebook wants it when you are talking about a vape page. So, Curtis, I'm going to put it in there for you, and if you want to share it, you can share it and share the YouTube link.
And Tom, if you're serious about it, when you start looking into things, he put in here he's considering doing the same thing.
Yeah.
If so, just let me know. The organization that I am now a partner of on a federal level, the USCCA, and a certified instructor. They're a very good group to be a part of. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but USCCA.com. You can check them out and become an instructor.
Yeah. I mean, like I even had to talk with my daughter, Aiden's 10, he's getting to that age, and what the scary part is a lot of these kids are playing, I'm not going to blame video games because I played video games as well, but they're playing games that are involving guns, so I suggested to her, I said, look, your brothers took the class, you were supposed to take the class as well, but your mom said there was no need for you to take the class because you're a girl, which makes absolutely no friggin' sense at all. But like I told her, I said, it's an easy class. It's a gun safety class. If he wants to get his hunting license, he can go get his hunting license. If he doesn't, at least he's taking a gun safety class, and he understands the dangers that are involved when he does see one at somebody's house. Because just like you said, my daughter doesn't have any in her house, but he may go to a buddy's house and there might be one there. At least he knows, hey, that's dangerous. I need to stay away from it. And to clear from it, don't touch it, all that stuff. let me jump into the next question. The reason the reason for the show is to show people out there that we are not all in our 20s, but individuals much older than and that are involved in day-to-day activities in our communities. Are there any other groups there in your city that you're involved in that we'd like to share with us?
I'm obviously the Chambers of Commerce. I do community networking. Anytime there's a community event, we try to attend, whether it's for our Smoke Free Association, for Infinite Protection, or for the stores. There's some outdoor activities, concerts, and different festivals that we go to. I'm also was a part of the Compass program here in Pinellas County, where juveniles get arrested for a crime. They would then come to us as a mediation group, and we would discuss what their penalty might be in lieu of juvenile detention, sort of like a separate program that they could do, a diversion program. So there would be 6 to 8 of us that would sit down and talk to these people that would be involved and their parents, and come up with a diversion program. So those types of things, just for betterment of the community kind of stuff, is pretty much it.
Nice. Yeah, I want to get a little bit more involved with stuff going on here in Modesto as well. Unfortunately, when I did want to get it more involved, COVID. So they limited a lot of things that we could do. City council meetings are now all Zoom meetings. So trying to get more involved in what's going on in our cities, it's gotten a little bit more difficult, but there's still ways around getting more involved. And that ties into advocacy, guys, is being more involved with your city councilman, and understanding when certain things come up for votes, it's coming up, and you can be there and you can act and not get railroaded like a lot of these cities did, because nobody showed up. They didn't know what was going on. They didn't know they were voting on a vaping issue. Some vaping's, the new one. I think it's not a new one, Nick, but I feel it's coming, and you could tell me yes or no, but do you think there's going to be a time where there's going to be some vaping zoning laws?
Zoning laws is in regards to what?
Shops. Yeah.
Being what?
Like certain areas? Certain areas, nowhere near residential areas.
We've got that in Florida.
You have that there. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't have a shop within 1,500 feet of a high school, stuff like that now.
Oh, okay.
So they haven't mentioned you can't vape within 1,500 feet. You can't have a shop, but they're looking at making it 2,000 and bringing in vaping. So little things. Hey, Morgan.
Hey, Morgan's there. Let me get you into the next one. Okay, let's this is our next question. Let's talk a little bit about advocacy and your involvement in the Florida Smoke Free Association. What is Nick's day-to-day job other than being one hell of a badass dude?
Day-to-day job with the advocacy piece right now, sessions here in Florida run 60 days. So our day-to-day is talking to our lobbyists, making sure that nothing pops up that we don't know about, giving them, they have programs to do search words and stuff. So anytime we see something, say nicotine, synthetic, vapor, so they're monitoring that. What I do is I'll go in and monitor our channels for Senate and House to make sure no bills have popped up in regards to that, whether it be tobacco, retail stores, or anything like that, as far as the words tobacco, retail store, vape, smoke, because they'll slide them into some of those, So during this 60 days, it's you're sitting on the edge of your seat, never know when you're going to get a phone call or a Zoom to talk to a legislator who has a question. Yeah. So you're pretty much on call right now. And we visit when we can. So our scheduled time this go round, we're going to be there 15th, 16th of February to go shake hands and talk to these individuals. But we've got a couple of bills that we're working on, and they've got questions. So we've been working through that. A lot of them deal with preemption, but I don't want to get too deep into that. The main question is right now it's a 4 or 5 day a week job. Weekends putting things together. Monday comes around, I do my retail stores. Tuesday we do the Florida Smoke Free kickoff for the week. Talk to our lobbyists. We usually talk Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They're all going home, so we get back into the homework piece where we're brainstorming on our group and putting things together for next Monday. So It's a busy time. And then
Yeah.
year round, we're out meeting, like you said, council members,
Shaking
legislators in
hands.
their home office where I have time.
No shaking hands. Actually, now it's just a fist bump, right? Just a
Well,
bump.
some of them shake hands. We're in
Some of them.
Florida, so they're
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
But
we
the
have somebody that's going
important ones
to be visiting you. You want to shout out that
Who is
address?
that?
Yeah, he says he's going to be in the Tampa for 3 days. On the first, where's your shop? And I'd like to drop in and spend some dollars.
Well, spend time hanging out. The shop's name is the Vapors Depot. There are 5, 2 over on just over the bridge in Clearwater area, Largo area. So
Yeah.
check us out. But if you get out and about, just text me. We can meet up or come into one of the stores, whatever.
Yeah. Head on
I'm
in there.
available. I'd love to. We're gonna Tallahassee, do a little walk around. I like to show real people.
Let me get into one of the things we talked about on the Wednesday night live show is having everyone in the industry play with the same playbook, especially when it comes to advocacy. Can you share with our viewers why it is important in saving this industry that we all play on the same book?
Well, you've already said how important it is. When we're all talking, like when we go talk to legislators here in Florida, we should be saying the same message as what everybody else is saying and be on the same page.
Yeah.
Because if they have friends in other states, let's be honest, or on a federal level, we should be singing the same song, because if we're saying something different, they can use it against us. If we're saying, well, this product's something better than that one, it's made here in the state and no other, ours is FDA approved. Well, it's not, right? We know that. So if we start getting into that stuff, I think we send the wrong message if we're all on different pages and we look fragmented and not as organized as we should be. Like our opposition always looks like they're always singing the same song.
Right. Yeah. We're almost we're actually running out of time, but I'm working everybody. It is a 30-minute show, but this is episode 1. So I'm learning how to get this into 30 minutes. So bear with us.
Nick talks too much.
Yeah, no, it's perfect. I do too, Nick. 2 Italians on one show.
Keep the hands going.
There is not enough hard drive space at YouTube to handle us 2 talking. We could talk for hours on this show. This is another segment. Let me pull up a couple things here that I have ready for Mr. Nick. Nick's gonna like this. This part of the show is called a photo showcase. In this segment, what I have done is I have gone through our guest Nick's Facebook profile pictures.
Stalking.
And I have picked 2 pictures from there. And our guest is going to let us know a little bit about what's going on in the picture. So are you ready, Nick?
I don't know.
Nick has no idea what 2 pictures I picked. So I went through your page, and here's first one. All right, Nick, what is going on?
Went offshore fishing with Mike Cherub, a guy who owns South Tampa Vape. He called me up and said, hey, let's go fishing. So we shot offshore, probably 60 miles out.
Yeah.
And we hooked up, and that's my red snapper.
Your red snapper, delicious, delicious fish. That's all I'm saying. I've never personally seen one that big.
Yeah, we're about halfway to Mexico.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, because I've gone deep sea fishing here in the Bay Area, and they're probably, let me pull that picture down. They're probably about that big here. They're real small. They're not. I've never seen one that big. So,
yeah, Captain Wayne took us out quite a bit. One of his buddies.
How long did it take you to reel that in? You put up a fight.
I'd say
those are deep. Those are deep.
I'd say 10 minutes. Yeah, that was 110 feet cold water.
Yeah.
And he was.
Did you freeze? Uh-oh. Did Mr. Nick freeze? You froze, Nick. Nick froze. We're gonna wait till he gets back in. It was are you back, Nick? Uh-oh. Come on, Nick. No. Oh, we'll give Nick a second here. Maybe he can get back on here. He had some issues. Curtis, what happened? Did you do something, Curtis? Did you sabotage my show there? Or maybe YouTube did not like the fact that I showed a red snapper. Let me make sure Nick can get back on here. Nick, what happened, Nick? Let me send him a DM. You got frozen. Maybe give him a second here to try to come back in. Let him come back in. Yeah, guys. So far, I hope you guys like this show, this style of show. I'm trying to just get to show the different types of people that are in the industry, get to see the family side of us and our personalities a little bit better than the always advocacy, but also showing what we're all about. We're all we all have families, we're all dads, moms, uncles, aunts, uncles, grandpas out there. We're all involved in different things within our communities, boys and girls clubs. Some of us sit on city council boards and stuff like that. So I want everyone out there, the ain'ts especially, to see that we are part of this community and we need to be heard. So hopefully Nick could get back on. Nick, what happened? Are you going to, there he is. He's back. Nick is back. What did the president of the United States, Joe Biden, call you and you dropped me?
Yeah.
I want your vote, Nick. I want your vote.
He woke up. What'd I miss?
Nothing. No, I was just letting people know about the show and why I'm doing it. Let me pull up picture number 2. Nick, are you ready for this one?
I didn't miss that one. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I waited for you. I waited for you to get back. I wouldn't.
Right on me is that first one. I'm ready.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's picture number 2. What is going on here, Nick?
Trip to Atlanta to the Pepsi Museum.
Oh, nice.
And they had those things. I don't know what the hell they were. I'm like, what are these things? Little fuzzy lip things. So there they are.
What are they though? What are they? Are they just?
They're like little dogs with lips on them. No eyes, no nothing.
Did you end up buying? Could you buy those things?
No, I didn't buy them.
Oh,
display thing. But I don't know. Does Pepsi have something like that?
I have no idea. I've never saw them. I was just like, when I was going through your pictures real quick, I was trying, of course, I was trying to find some funny pictures, but when I saw the fish one, I was like, wow, that's awesome. Because like I said, I've gone deep sea fishing. I've never seen a red snapper that big. So I was just like, okay, that's one of the pictures. Then when I was going down, I was like, what the hell is this thing? I said, well, is Nick? I go, is Nick at a strip club? Where is he?
It's at the Pepsi Museum in Atlanta, Georgia. I don't know what the hell those things were.
Yeah, if anybody out there knows what those are, or where you can purchase them.
Yeah.
Oh man,
things with lips. They look like dogs with lips. I don't know.
Yeah, it was good. It was good to see that. That's our show. Nick, I want to thank you for coming on and being my first guest. And I was absolutely right picking you as the first guest. And because believe it or not, I do, I do 3 shows and I'm busy on here, but I still get nervous when I get online for some reason. I still have butterflies even after like 3 years. It's just like everything's got to go right. It's got to be perfect. And I get nervous. So I said, I was just glad I could have fun with Nick and we can learn a little bit about him and I won't be so nervous.
Keep that extra little bit of pressure having to put everything and keep everything together.
Yeah. It's just, and then showtime comes on. So I want to thank Nick for joining us today and sharing a little bit about himself with our community. And I also want to thank everyone out there for tuning in today and being part of episode 1 of In the Vapor. Please like, share this video, and don't forget to join me, Tim, Paul, and Tom, who's out there. Tom will be there every Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for Wednesday Night Live right here on the Zamplebox YouTube channel. Also, if there's anyone that is interested and wants to be showcased on this show, or somebody that wants to be showcased on the show, you can get a hold of me through Facebook or the Wednesday Night Live email address. And again, these individuals have to be people that are involved in the advocacy part of this industry. So you're going to see some different faces on this show. I have a little bit of everything. I'm kind of staying away from YouTube reviewers, but I have photographers. I have Well, YouTube reviewers that have absolutely nothing to do with advocacy. There are, those guys. So I just want to have people here that are part of advocacy, part of their communities that they live in. They're part of the, city council boards. They're in the boys and girls clubs. They're doing things like that. They're involved in their communities, and they're also in trying to save this industry. So I want to thank everybody again for joining us tonight. And thank you again, Nick, for being here and having fun with me for 30 minutes, man. I appreciate you big time, brother.
I appreciate you, man, and thank you
Yeah.
for thinking about me. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Hell yeah. Nick's the man. Nick is the man. That's all
Thank
I'm
you for
saying.
doing your shows because I enjoy them. It gives me a good time every time I jump into one of your other shows or
Yeah.
this show as it gets going. But
Yeah.
your other ones are amazing. The people you have on are great. So much respect,
I
love,
appreciate
and
it.
appreciation, man.
Yeah. All right. We will see everybody. I'll give you guys a heads up when the next one comes. This show is only going to be on twice a month. That's it, twice a month. And there are going to be special people like Nick on the show, baby. So we'll see everybody next time. Don't forget to come join us tomorrow at 6 p.m. for Wednesday Night Live. And again, thank you, Nick. And we'll see everybody soon.